From lengthy shooting schedules to long lessons lasting 12 to 14 hours a day, resulting in the loss of adequate sleep, these are the reasons why Jenna Ortega cried every day she filmed Wednesday.
I have a tight deadline. Emphasis on dead. But someone who crochets for a hobby isn't a worthy adversary.
And first, let me tell you, this girl had to learn a lot. At a recent Netflix-hosted Q&A panel in Hollywood, Jenna spilled the tea on just how intense her filming schedule was. Not only did she have to show up to set 2 hours early and work a 12 to 14-hour day, but she also had to fit in fencing, speaking German, canoeing, and playing the cello.
Maybe someone who's a part of the Gates family, because, we've only met Laurel, maybe somebody else survived. That's always a possibility, and I feel like they like that route, but I don't know who else it could be.
Can you imagine trying to learn all that in a short amount of time? I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. But it didn't stop there, my friends. Jenna also had to squeeze in lessons outside of filming hours. Sometimes she had to hop on Zoom calls right after filming, or even go home and have her cello teacher waiting for her. I can barely make it through a full day of work without wanting to pass out on the couch. So, props to Jenna for grinding it out like a boss. And get this, even on the weekends, Jenna was still putting in work. If they weren't shooting on the 6th day of the week, it was back to lessons. Can you imagine having to work on the weekend, let alone have to take lessons on top of that? I need a nap just thinking about it. Because according to Jenna, she started fencing and cello lessons a couple of months before filming even began. And even during the 8-month shoot in Romania, she continued to work on her skills. I can barely stick to a workout routine for more than a week, so Jenna's dedication is truly impressive. But it wasn't all smooth sailing.
People like me and you were different. We're original thinkers, intrepid outliers in this vast cesspool of adolescence. We don't need these inane rites of passage to validate who we are.
The painted black cello sequence was a particular challenge for Jenna. She had to switch teachers when she moved abroad and accurately depict a piece made for 2 cellos with only 1. I can barely play a basic scale on the recorder, so I can't imagine the stress Jenna must have been under. And speaking of stress, Jenna's dedication came with a price. She barely got any sleep and even pulled her hair out at times. And let's not forget about all the FaceTime calls with her dad where she was hysterically crying. I mean, who can blame her? Learning a new instrument is tough, but despite the pressure she put on herself, Jenna rose to the challenge. Even with director Tim Burton assuring her that she would do great, she wanted to make sure that she didn't let down any cellists watching the show. And let me tell you, she killed it. I'm sure those cellists were blown away by her performance. And let me tell you, this girl had to go through a lot to bring the character to life.
They couldn't even spring for real pig's blood.
During the interview, Jenna also revealed that she wanted to film as much action as possible for Wednesday. But as filming neared its end, time constraints got in the way. With Wednesday being in pretty much every scene, they had to start using stunt doubles or cello doubles if they didn't have time to get hands-on. But Jenna was super determined to be as well prepared as possible. Because let's be real, nothing beats seeing the real deal. But wait, it gets crazier! In December 2022, Jenna revealed that she had COVID while shooting the iconic Wednesday dance that went viral on TikTok. Talk about dedication to your craft. Imagine feeling like you got hit by a car and then a little goblin starts clawing away at the walls of your throat. Sounds like a horror movie, right?
See the world as a place that must be endured, and my personal philosophy is kill or be killed.
Well, it's a quote from an actor who was dealing with a not-so-fun experience on set. During filming for a recent project, Jenna had to deal with some serious health issues. She described feeling like she got hit by a car and had a little goblin scratching away at her throat. Oof, that sounds rough. But to make matters worse, the cast and crew were waiting on some important test results. So, while they were in between takes, the poor actor was given medicine to help ease her symptoms. Can you imagine trying to focus on your performance while feeling like a goblin is clawing away at your insides? insides? It's no wonder they had to pump her full of medicine just to keep her going. But the real kicker is that they were all waiting on some test results. Can you imagine the stress of waiting on important news while feeling like death warmed over? I would have been a nervous wreck. All in all, Jenna went through quite the ordeal.
I like being an island. I want fortified ones surrounded by sharks.
Despite the challenges, Wednesday has been a massive hit for Netflix. I'm talking about breaking records left and right. The show set the platform record for hours viewed in its first week for an English language series, and in its first 28 days, it racked up over 1.2 billion hours viewed. No big deal, right? And the best part? Wednesday has already been renewed for a second season. Jenna said she has no idea what's in store for Wednesday or when production will start, but the writer's room is fresh and ready to roll. As for what Jenna wants to see in the second season, she's hoping for less love triangles and more focus on Wednesday's experiences. Can I get an amen to that? Because, as you know, ever since the first season was released, fans have been chomping at the bit for more. And let me tell you, season 2 is gonna be lit. Jenna Ortega recently spilled some tea on what she hopes to see in the next season. According to Jenna, she wants Wednesday to go down the path less traveled and get darker. She wants her to get into the nitty-gritty of things and not play it safe. I mean, who doesn't love a good antihero? Am I right? Jenna also hopes that all the cliffhangers from the first season will be answered.
It's not my fault I can't interpret your emotional Morse code.
We need to know what's going on with that stalker, yo! And as if that's not enough, speaking of the stalker, rumor has it that we might finally find out who is in the next season. Who do you think it could be? But wait, there's more! Jenna also revealed that her character's main drive with the monster is one of competitiveness. She wants to know how this guy is doing what he's doing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm already on the edge of my seat, dying to know what happens next. All in all, season 2 of Wednesday is shaping up to be even better than the first. Are you excited? All in all, Jenna Ortega's schedule for Wednesday was no joke, but she handled it like a champ, and it definitely shows in her performance.
Use the words little and girl to address me again, and I can't guarantee your safety.
I did not tell you that she just appeared in the nomination list for a SAG Award for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Comedy Series. Call it the power of resilience, people. And by the way, here, there's no buts, because this is undisputedly well-deserved. So, have you checked out the show yet? And if you had to learn a new skill for a TV show or movie, what would it be? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, keep it jazzy, folks.
Why are you three just like religious fanatics?
We're pilgrims.
Potato, potato.